All right, good morning and welcome to our nomadic home of Om. This is Yogalates with Kat, a special winter solstice community class edition. So thank you to everybody for being with us today. I am truly grateful for the space to share my love for movement with intention. So our card for this morning is number 16 in the O Method deck. And it is the card that says move your body. And the card says motion moves emotion. Clean out your inner vibrational buckets by moving your body with intention. Listen to your heart. So this card really speaks to how we get to store emotions inside of ourselves. And when we move with presence, with love, with intention, we really allow our body the natural opportunity to release, as it really releases very naturally all the time. But when we are stuck in stories about the past or the future, our body really cannot move, and so energy becomes stuck and it begins to spin, and as it gets stuck, it comes through as ailments, as niggles, as the body is always trying to communicate with us. So with this special class, we are going to move our bodies with intention, with presence, and without needing to go into any story about anything, really allowing the space for our body to do what it does naturally. I'm feeling an echo there. So let us start this class today on the back of our mats in a Shavasana pose, corpse pose, lying down and just connecting with ourselves. And just allow your breath to land, to arrive. As you intentionally start to elongate both the inhale and the exhale, the solstice is really a time to remember to turn inwards and to listen, as the body is always communicating with us. Allow yourself to run a scan of your body from your toes to your head with your awareness, allowing the subconscious mind to communicate with you as you really and truly listen. Releasing any tension, releasing any judgments, Reminding yourself that there is nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to change. Just simply being present with what is. From the space of being tuned in, allow yourself to set an intention for your class, for your practice, and perhaps your day. Something to anchor you back to yourself, to give to yourself, and to help yourself remember that unconditional love meets us all the time, exactly as we are. You can start to invite a little bit of movement as we start to move. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, or you can begin to gently open them as we start to do some circles with both the wrists and the ankles, and really just bringing your mindful awareness into the movement, into the joints. Bringing some gratitude for your ability to move and for your body's ability to support you, to heal you, and most importantly, to let go. Reverse your circles, bringing your awareness into your breath as you continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice and long and deep. And then you can bring your arms and open them nice and wide in a T position. And we're going to take a breath in together and breathe out and bring the arms up and then across the body to give yourself a giant hug while you're stretching out your shoulders. Really just feel the connection of yourself to yourself. Breathe in, open your arms up all the way to the side and breathe out, cross them again over the other arm on top this time. Give yourself a hug. Again, breathe in, open the arms up and breathe out, cross them and give yourself a hug. This time you can actually rock your upper body gently from side to side. And again, breathing in, open the arms up. And breathing out, cross them and rock from side to side. And open the arms up as you breathe in. We're going to breathe out. You can bend both your knees just a little bit and then rock over to one side, allowing one knee to swing over the other as you move into a gentle spine twist. Breathe in, stretching the legs nice and long back through your corpse, and then reach over to the other side, curling it in. Breathing in, stretching it out. And breathing out, curling yourself in. Breathing in, stretching out. And breathing out, curling in. And breathing in, stretching out. You can interlace your hands behind your head and stretch them nice and tall. Squeeze your legs, one leg longer than the other leg. And breathe out, bring your arms back around to your sides. If you've got any lower back pain or issues, or it's uncomfortable for you to lie with your legs straight like this, you can bend them. Otherwise, keep them nice and long. We're going to warm up and activate into our core as we breathe in. Breathe out, pull up from the pelvic floor. In other words, stop yourself from weeing. Nod your head so that your neck is nice and elongated, and then breathe out and come up. Breathing in, release it back down. Breathing out and squeeze the belly button to the spine as you come up. And breathing in, come down. Breathing out and reach up. Breathing in and release. Breathing out, sink that belly button to the spine, come up. Moving nice and slow and mindfully, paying attention to every little part of the body that is moving. Breathing in, back down. Breathing out and come up. Breathing in, back down. Breathing out, being mindful that the pelvis is not gripping at all. And breathing in, we're really isolating into the abdominals here. Let's hold it at the top. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out and circle them around. Breathe in, lift them up. Breathe out and circle them around. Let's go for another 3. And circle around. And 2, breathing in, breathing out. And 1, breathing out. Hold it here. 5 little pulses up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release it back down. Just allow yourself a moment to feel that movement in your body and to listen. Take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out as you turn yourself around onto your tummy. Placing your hands in a sphinx pose, so your hands really underneath your shoulders. Your feet are about mat width apart. Your forehead can be on the mats. We breathe in, breathe out, pull the shoulder blades down, connect pelvis, the navel to spine, and then breathe out and come up. And as you come up, you're really lifting up from your heart, allowing your head to follow your heart, leading from your center, and then come back down. You're really giving yourself the experience, breathe in and breathe out, lifting from the heart, of yourself, leading yourself from your heart, allowing that head to follow, and release back down. We so often in our lives lead with our heads, and this really causes the heart to shut down and to close. And this class is an invitation to reverse that, undo it, and really remind ourselves on an experiential level that the heart leads, the head follows. And down, breathing in and breathing out. Let's come up and just hold it here for a few breaths, really pulling the shoulder blades down, connecting from the pelvic floor, so the abdominals are working. The legs are lightly engaged, the glutes are lightly engaged, and really those back muscles are strengthening and supporting you to open your hearts. And release it back down. Let's do another one of those, breathing in and breathing out, leading from the heart space as we come up. Couple of deep breaths here. Really pulling those shoulder blades down, connecting into that little triangle in your back where your bra strap is or would be. Really pulling those shoulder blades down and together. Breathing in and breathing out. Release it. You can open your hands to the side, placing your weight on your fingertips. Lift yourself up and then just rotate one shoulder in and the other shoulder in, and just bring some movement into that shoulder girdle. Again, breathing in nice and long, breathing out nice and long. And then you can come all the way up and release yourself back down as you push yourself back into a child's pose. Bringing your awareness back to your intention. You can bring yourself forward into a puppy dog pose as you bring your bum over your knees. And then we're going to thread the needle as we breathe in. Breathe out, take one hand and thread it under your armpits of your other hand. Really thinking about looking deeper, listening deeper, uncovering what there is to be found. Breathing in and breathing out, and do that needle and come back forward into your puppy dog. Breathing in and breathing out, other side, lifting up the arm, threading the needle underneath your armpits, stretching yourself out. Listening deeper. Breathing in and breathing out, coming back to your puppy dog. And then curl your toes underneath you and bring yourself all the way back as you sit up on your toes. If this is too painful for you, you can bring yourself forward a little bit and just support yourself. But this sitting back on your toes is really stretching into the plantar fascia, waking up that fascia that connects everything in your body, allowing it to communicate that you are safe and that it is okay to release. And then let's push ourselves back onto our feet and just bounce out a little bit. Again, activating into that fascia, communicating to our bodies that we are safe to let go. And then stretch up. And you can just bend one leg and bend the other leg and just wake up into those hamstrings. And then bend both knees and roll yourself all the way up, one vertebra at a time, being mindful of that spine, being present in the process. And come up to center. We can just shake it out a little bit. And then just come to stillness. Standing on your mat, we're going to have our legs about hip width apart as we move into breath of joy. So this breath goes, we're going to breathe in for 3 counts. So you can bend your knees slightly. We're going to breathe in and cross the arms over. Breathe in, open the arms out. Breathe in, lift them up. And breathe out and release it all down. So we breathe in, in and out. Last one. And you can roll yourself up and just take a moment to stand. If you are comfortable, you can close your eyes and check in, tune in, listen. Zoom into your awareness both inside your body and around your body. Feel how the energy is connected. You can open your eyes if they were closed. You can open your legs a little bit wider than they were. And we're going to chop wood. So interlace the hands in front of you in a fist. Again, you can just unhook your knees. Breathe in, lifting up, and breathe out, chopping. And you really get the sense that you are chopping through what you are ready to let go of. Chopping through all the bullshit, all the stuck emotion, the old thought patterns, what's no longer serving you, what's ready to be released. And come back up. Allow your arms to float down. You can close your eyes again and just tune in. And then you can open your eyes. And this time you can open your feet so that they're about a 45-degree angle out. We're going to open our arms. We're going to lean ourselves forward again. You can unhook your knees and we're going to twist and touch each of our toes. And as we're doing this, we're going to get a sense that we are really moving from our center. So you don't want to move left and right. You really want to twist yourself as if you are wringing out a dishcloth. Really twist out everything that no longer serves you as you just reach and reach and reach. Again, bringing awareness to your breath. Nice, long, deep breaths. Moving through the movement. And then come back to your center. You can roll yourself back up. And again, just give yourself a moment to tune in. We're going to open your eyes. We're going to end the Somatic series with some elephant eights, which is a brain gym exercise to align left and right hemisphere of the brain. So you can put one arm out and put your ear to that arm, and then we're going to get the whole body involved as if you've got an elephant trunk, and we're going to go with that figure eight through the midline of the body up and then through the midline of the body up, and allow your eyes to follow your hand. Allow your breath to lead you. And then come back to center. Take the other hand, put the other ear on top of your arm and move. Allowing the eyes to follow your hand. And release and come back to center. Again, just allowing yourself to tune in, allowing yourself to get a sense of your energy and really listening to what the body is communicating with you. All right. You can gently open your eyes and you can bend your knees, allowing yourself to go into a kind of a light squat. I'm just turning so that you can see me. You can place your place your hands in a cactus position, and we're going to lift up and really open with the heart, and then breathe out and allow that cactus to invert as we squeeze the pelvic floor into itself and allow that upper body to move into like a cat pose. We breathe in and lift up and breathe out and curl ourselves back into ourselves. Breathing in and lifting up. Breathing out and allow the heart to turn inwards. Breathing in, leading with the heart as we lift ourselves up. Really arching into the back. Breathing out and curl and connect within yourself. Breathing in and lifting up. Breathing out and curl back. Breathing in and lifting up. And breathing out. Curl back. And release yourself and roll. Stretch your legs and just stand for a moment. All right, we're going to open the feet at about, close the legs, but turn the toes out at about a nice, easy ballet first position, but it's say about a 45-degree angle. You can place your hands on your hips for this exercise. We're going to stand on one leg, and then we're going to you can bend your supporting legs slightly. We're going to do that figure of 8, but we're going to do it with our hip. So we're going to work the leg that's up, and we're going to internally rotate it, and then externally rotate it, and then internally rotate and externally rotate. So your hands are on your hips so that you can really feel the pelvis, so that you can feel the stability coming from your center. And you don't want to move your hips around in this position. We're really isolating into that hip joint. You can think about making a figure 8 as we did with those elephants with your knee. And then really think about squeezing into that supporting leg. So that supporting leg, particularly the glutes, is working. Let's go for another 3. Again, breathing nice and long. 2 and 1. And then we're going to take that same leg and place it behind ourselves. You can place your hands by your heart. And we've got 8 little pulses back here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and stand up. Standing on the other leg, placing your hands on your hips. And we're going to slightly bend that supporting leg as we internally rotate the working leg and then externally rotate it in a figure 8. Turning it in and out. Breathing. being mindful of that pelvis, being mindful of the hip joints, being mindful of the supporting glute. Really feeling yourself, supporting yourself through all the different turns, through all the different changes. As everything in life changes all the time, we really get to give ourselves the experience of supporting ourselves and being strong through the change. Let's go for another 3, 2, and 1. And then take that leg, place it behind you. Deep, nice single squats. Bring your hands to a prayer. And we've got 8, 7, 6. Pulling up the pelvic floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. And stand up. And just allow yourself to tune in. Allow yourself to come back to your intention. Allow yourself to listen. And you can open your eyes if they were closed and make your way to the front of your mats. Again, giving ourselves the experience of moving through the changes of life. We're going to breathe in together and breathe out, sit down into a nice low chair pose. Really feeling the weight nice and far back. You can lift your toes up to make sure your weight is more in your heels. You can feel as if you've got a $100 bill between your knees and it's a windy day and you don't want the wind to take it. So really squeeze those knees together. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. We're going to lift one leg up, place our hands behind our heads, and then breathe in and sit back down into your chair. Breathe out, lift the other leg up, place your hand behind your head, and breathe in and sit back into your chair. Now we're going to lift up, and if you're up for the challenge, you're going to twist yourself as if you're wringing out a dishcloth and come back into your chair. Let's do one on the other side as we bring the hands behind us and twist ourselves and breathe in and step back. Now we're going to come up and twist ourselves, and then we're going to unhook the arms and we're going to step back 3 times. Little steps because your mat is not super long. And then we're going to take that leg and we're going to swing it back behind us. You can go into a mini warrior 3, or you can go all the way down into a warrior 3, and then take that same leg and step forward 2, 3, place your hands behind your head, and if you're up for it, you're going to twist and then step it back 2, 3, pendulum the leg back and forward 2, 3, and twist and back 2, 3, and lengthen. Working from the core. Step 2, 3, and twist and back 2, 3, and pendulum and forward 2, 3, and twist. This time we're coming back into our chair pose and then lifting up the other leg as we twist and step back 2, 3, other leg back and forward 2, 3, lifting up, optional twist and back 2, 3, and lengthen and forward 2, 3, and twist and back and lengthen from the pelvic floor. and forward, 2, 3, and twist. Really feeling how your balance comes from the center. And the more you pull yourself in towards yourself, the more grounded you are, the more stable you are. And twist. Let's make this our last one. And reach it back. And forward. And twist. And then we meet back in a chair. Let's swing the arms back behind you. And then let's just give the ankles a little bit of mindful awareness and appreciation as we lift up one ankle. And then you can either place it down on the floor and lift up the other one, or you can lift up with both of them halfway, which is a little bit more advanced, and bend. So we're doing little prances with our ankles. Let's just go for 8, 4, 7, 4, 6. Breathing in, breathing out for 5, for 4. Pulling the shoulder blades down for 3. Zipping up that pelvic floor for 2. And for 1. Place the heel down and allow yourself to forward fold yourself all the way down. Just taking a moment here, pulling up your quads, internally rotating your feet so that your inner thighs are nice and active. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Breathe out, forward fold yourself again. Bend your knees. And come onto your backs all the way down. You can lift your legs up to a 90-90 position. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Suck in that pelvic floor as we gently lift that bum up into a roll over, and then allow ourselves one vertebra at a time to come all the way down and back to a 90-90 position. You might want to use your hands to help you, and that's absolutely fine. I can demonstrate it. Breathing in and breathing out. But if you have got the strength and the flexibility, I invite you to support yourself using your abdominals. And roll it down, breathing in and breathing out. Roll over. Now we can stretch our legs, flex our feet, and if you can, you roll down like this. Otherwise, you can also bend your knees and roll down. Really depends on how your body is feeling. Reminding yourself that this is really something to be experienced and not performed and not judged. If you are straightening your legs, you can do another rollover with your legs straight. And rolling down. Breathing in and breathing out. Rolling over. Breathing in and breathing out. One vertebra at a time. And release it. You can bend your knees and then cross your knees over so that your knees are stacked on top of each other. As we move into a reclined cow face, you can either grab onto your knees, or if you can reach your ankles, that's where you ideally want to be. Ideally, you want your feet to be in alignment with your knees, but that is tight for a lot of people. So if it looks more like this, that's absolutely fine. You just do where you are. Really, the point you want to focus on is that your knees are on top of each other. Our hips are where we store a lot of emotion. So just allowing yourself to breathe in this pose and bring mindful awareness to whatever might be coming up for you. Remembering no judgments, simply awareness. The other little modification that you can take is placing a little cushion underneath your bum if that helps you to bring yourself closer towards yourself. But otherwise, you're really feeling like your spine is nice and long on the mat. You can release it and allow yourself to untwist yourself and retwist yourself in the other direction. Placing your hands in the same position as they were on the other side. Noticing how one side is different from the other. And then you can allow yourself to unwind yourself, placing your feet back on the mat, lengthen them out back into a corpse pose, allowing your palms to flop up, your feet to flop open, and just allowing yourself to experience the stillness beyond the movement without judgment and without attachment. Allow yourself to experience what is beyond. And your invitation is to stay here and come out in your own time. Otherwise, if you are following me, please make your way into a fetal position on your side. And then as you feel equalized, you can start making your way back into a seated position, placing your hands in prayer in front of your heart, and bow your head in gratitude. For your ability to go within, for the resources and resilience and renewal that that experience brings to you. And as there is a time for everything, really find appreciation for your time to connect deeply within yourself. and to remember to listen to the guidance that is always within you, making the space for yourself to tune in, for yourself to be present with the unconditional love that is you, and that is always presence. Thank yourself for showing up on your mats and making the time to listen to yourself. Remind yourself that this work is a practice that is there to be picked up with you when you roll up your mat and carried with you through your day, to be applied through every moment in your life. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for connecting with yourself in community and sharing this experience with those around us. A reminder that we are all connected, we are all one, and we are all whole in unconditional love. Namaste.